It's the house show, and I don't know how it's gonna go. It's the house show, and I can't guess what's gonna happen next. So come on and join in. Let's do the house show. Howdy, and welcome to the Hot Show. I'm your host, Hot the Cat. And I'm here today with Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
Hi. Hi. Hi, Hot the Cat.
I want to give a big shout out thanks to anybody watching this on our live stream at twitch.tv and anybody who watches this in the future on our YouTube archive. Thanks for watching. Nicole, how are you?
How am I?
Yeah, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. It's actually my birthday in 2 weeks, and
Oh, fun.
and yeah, and I haven't had an ice skating party since I was in 4th grade, and I just invited friends to have an ice skating party.
Wow, that's so great. That's really lovely. That's a really lovely thing. Are you going to the ice rink or are you going to an outdoor place?
An outdoor place.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's really fun. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
Do you remember much about your, when did you say? When you were
like 4th grade.
4th grade?
Yeah.
Do you remember much about that that party?
Yeah, I think I did it once in 3rd grade and then again in 4th grade. And I invited everyone in my class, or at least all the girls. And then I do remember one time, well, 2 of the girls were like really good ice skaters. And so they were doing twirls and I did a twirl. I tried to twirl and I fell and I got a bloody nose.
Oh. What a birthday. It's fun that you tried though. I have never tried to twirl and would be terrified to try twirling ice skating. Do you think that you're going to try twirling this time?
Oh, no. 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 Oh my gosh. Yeah, and this ice is like really bumpy because it's outside.
Oh, right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ice skated in between?
Yeah, I love going to, well, one time I went, or maybe more than once, I went with my sister to Central Park in New York, and we ice skated there a couple times.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
That was really exciting. We were like teenagers, and then I skated here, and when I lived in Rhode Island, I ice skated there. That was like an outdoor but public rink. Yeah. And then here,
you are in here for you is Montana, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Oh, yep. That's really fun.
Yeah.
What a like lovely little endearing way to start this. I personally have not done much ice skating in my life.
Yeah.
I am also not that good at it.
Yeah.
The few times that I have done it.
Wow. Yeah. That is okay. It's so fun. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that when we went to the rink at Central Park, my sister must have been 12 or 13, but I made her wear pigtails, and then like I made her like slouch or we were trying to get in for free, and so I made her and it didn't work. But like she was supposed to be like under 8 years old, and I think didn't work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that 12 to 8 is definitely
Yeah.
can be quite a difference.
Yeah.
That's fun. Um, so um, I asked you here to do some art because you are a lovely artist.
Mhm.
And one of the things that I like so much about your art
Mhm.
is that it has this whimsical quality to it. Um,
Mhm.
all of your stuff is just like little whimsical scenes that like have like some magic in them and just kind of make you smile to see them. Like they're just like cute little things. I'm gonna bring up the poster again. Like
Mhm.
that, both of
Mhm.
these are just such nice little things. Like uh,
Mhm.
that one is just like a. Is that a little hedgehog?
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Mhm.
little hedgehog talking to a gnome
Yeah.
uh, who lives in a little
Mhm.
log. Uh, it's so cute.
Thanks.
You seem to have a world that you like uh, sort of enacting in your art. Uh,
Mhm.
do you want to talk about that at all? Like,
Oh,
do you
sure.
think that's true?
Yeah. Yeah. I love like gnomes. I'm trying to see. I don't know, like. um, Well, what I showed you guys. Yeah, I think one of my biggest influences is Phoebe Wall. She's like this amazing artist. We went to the same art school, but she was 10 years after me. And then all of her stuff is really whimsical. And I also like, I don't know, no like Scandinavian artists or art. Um and yeah, I don't know. I can show you like I mostly use watercolors, but I just started working in gouache.
What is
So
that?
oh, that is like
Do you want to show? You picked something up
sure.
to show.
Oh
I'd love
sure.
to see it.
Well, so gouache. Oh, I don't know if you can see these, but um,
I'm gonna make you bigger.
so they come in tubes. Oh, so gouache is more opaque
Hmm.
than watercolor, and it is thicker, a lot thicker, and but you can thin it out and make it like watercolors. So like when I started working in gouache, oops, I don't know how to.
Oh,
This
that's
is
really lovely.
something. Thanks. How well can you see? Can you see that? Oops, is that better or worse?
Um,
Worse.
it's maybe a little bit better,
Okay.
or about the same.
Okay. And then that is also watercolor gouache. I don't know. I was trying different like environments, and this
Mm-hmm.
one, the ocean is supposed to be coming up to the little cottage, and so barnacles are growing on it. And then this is watercolor and pen and ink, and it's just a little pumpkin house. I think the mice live here, not gnomes. I love some mice and gnomes. And then just like sketches, and then this like a winter gnome thing. I don't know. I guess because they're yeah, kind of like I love like mystical things too,
Mm-hmm.
and also like other culture. Like this one, these are the Sami people of far northern Scandinavia and northern Russia, and like they still exist, and like they've been herding reindeer for like thousands of years. So they're
Oh
like
wow.
yeah, they're like the indigenous people of the far far north, and they
Hmm.
have teepees that they build from moss and wooden beams. And actually, I just learned from my friend who's Swedish that the fire keepers are women, and in many in a bunch of Native American traditions, they're men. So I thought that was really interesting. And I did like as much research as I could to get the costumes right, and yeah. So and then the teepee correct also with the A-frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's
really nice. That's one of the things that like I was thinking about. So I titled the episode "A Little Whimsical Art," which I actually wrote a little song for it. If you want to hear it,
sure.
I unfortunately my wrist was hurting this week, so I didn't get a chance to do it on guitar, but I can sing it for you.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll sing it, and then we can. I'll talk about my ideas about it. But a little whimsical art is like a light in the dark, or a frog on a toadstool you find in the park. Bring a little whimsy to me, how I long to see a squirrel and a gnome sipping pine tea. It's good for the heart, so why don't we start making a little whimsical art?
That's great. Did you just make that up right now?
No, I made it up a few days ago.
That's great. Wow.
But so I titled that because obviously that's a quality that's like really present in your art is like a lot of whimsy and stuff. And so I was thinking about what that meant. And like one of the things that I think whimsy has to it is that it finds magic in the everyday world. Like that log that you see, it has a hole in it, and in that hole there lives a gnome. Like it's just at first it might just be a log or something, but then it kind of like there's magic to it. And even like I guess what you're talking about, like the Sami or Sami.
Yeah, the Sami.
Sami people is that like in this world, like we exist in the same world as these people who have been herding reindeer, who are like kind of mythical to a lot of people. Like there are those people, and they dress in these beautiful ways and live out in these places that like are mythical, but we inhabit the same world as them. And so it brings some magic to the world that we live in. And I really like that idea. And that's like, I guess, some part of whimsy to me. I don't know, I've been just thinking about what is whimsy? Which is sort of a silly thing to think about, but
No, it's not.
also a really nice thing to think about. I don't know, do you have thoughts about whimsy?
Well, I don't know. Actually, what you said about the Sami, maybe like in these older traditions, they because it's shamanic, they're shamanic, so they bridge like magic, magic and like reality and mysticism is all connected. So, like in old,
yeah, a lot of mystic things kind of also have that same quality where it's a connection from this like mundane sort of world to something that is beyond that, but like at the same time is deeply connected to it. it's deeply connected to our mundane experience, like, and sort of like always present as a part of that mundane experience, but like transcends it at the same time. And I feel like that's kind of what you're talking about with the like shamanism, like bridging the that. I don't know. That's interesting. I'm going to get started working on a little bit of art.
Okay.
Well, actually, I did have a question for you. This was something that I was kind of curious about. When you were younger, did you? What was your favorite thing to make art of?
I think I loved well, there was this book called Dinotopia, this children's book, and I loved copying the illustrations out of it.
Oh, that's fun. So, like, you were making dinosaurs?
Yeah, or actually, I was no, I was more not the dinosaurs. I was more interested in. There was like an old picture that everything was painted, so it was an old photograph, an illustrated photograph of like the explorer, and I was so fascinated by the crinkles in the paper, like the aging, how they made the photograph
Oh,
look
yeah,
aged.
yeah.
That's what I. That's what I. Yeah, focused
That's
on.
funny. That's really funny. So you didn't even. There was a book about dinosaurs, and you didn't even copy the dinosaurs. You copied
No.
the aging of an illustration.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting. Oh, that's fun. I wonder. That makes me like. When I started making some amount of art in my life, I really wanted to figure out how to make something look sepia toned, and like have an old quality to it. I made a painting one time where I was really excited. Like, it was a painting of a cloud with a plate of cheesecake in it, which was from somebody's dream that I knew. But like, I was really interested in making it look sepia tone. I actually used it as a poster for a previous show. But like, I just love the idea of that you could like, through the process of making it, you could make it look older than it was.
With the sepia tone. Yeah.
Yeah. But like,
That's cool.
by like making it look faded.
Yeah.
In the way that you painted it. And I don't know if I quite achieved it, but it was a nice idea. So I understand kind of where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I lately have been really interested in drawing grass.
Wow. That's cool.
It's really silly, but I just like when I'm
Like in the winter, you draw grass?
I don't know. It's just been what I've wanted to draw lately. Here,
Wow.
I'll go get some little doodles I've done recently. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, otter.
It's Otter.
Hi, otter. Otter. Over.
Yeah. So here's one that I did.
Wow. That's grass. There's a deer?
Yeah.
Wow. That's so cute.
I just was like, I think I was in a Zoom call, and I just started doing that. And then I was in class the other day, and I made this. Well,
Oh, wow. Wait, is that? Oh, it's a little tree? A little sapling? Wow. That's so cool. And birds and aw, lots of grass.
I've
Wow.
never really made art quite like this, but it's been what has just kind of been my interest. Like when I just like kind of let myself randomly doodle, it's like that's what comes out.
Wow.
So I want to explore that more tonight, and then I want to try to make it a little whimsical, because we're making a little whimsical art tonight.
Okay.
Hmm. And I will say, I of course am really interested in. I think that you're a lovely little artist, and I really want to see you make some art. But also, this is a pretty low pressure situation. I'll be honest.
Okay.
Oh, we have Amy's here saying whimsical, my favorite word.
That's great.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool. I like that you're drawing grass in the winter.
Yeah,
not
go ahead.
snow. Yeah. Oh, not snow. Yeah.
I don't know where I would start with drawing snow. I'll be honest. It seems like there's an element to it where it would just be drawing a circle, like a circle around some white on a white page, which could kind of turn into anything.
Yeah. I mean, you could draw grass poking through the snow.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. I think, I don't know, I could try that. How are you, Amy? It's nice to see you in the chat, as always. Oh, I also wanted to ask you, Nicole, if you, so I'm Hot the Cat here.
Yeah.
What animal would you say that you are?
Oh, I think I'm definitely an alpaca.
Oh, wow, that was really quick.
Oh,
You were ready.
Yeah.
You were ready.
I used to think I was a snow leopard, and then I realized I was really just an alpaca.
It's good to have that sort of self knowledge. And maybe in the past you were a snow leopard.
Oh, maybe.
And like I guess I'm just like thinking, like I feel like we change throughout our lives what kind of animal what animal you are throughout life.
That's true. Yeah.
I know, like I'm a cat, but so every now and then I do feel like maybe I'm a bird instead.
Oh,
But
a
I'm
bird.
still a cat. Amy says, nothing more hopeful than grass poking through the snow. And also, alpacas are my favorite. They're so joyful.
Dorky?
Joyful.
Oh, joyful. Yeah, they are. And they're our size. Oh, and fluffy. Yes, they are fluffy. They're so cute. And I notice like if a cat walks across the yard, or like if you walk across the yard, like all of them turn in unison with their long necks. Like they're so cute.
I do really like that family of animals, like alpacas and llamas and
Yeah.
giraffes and camels. All kind of are part of that same family.
Oh wow, giraffes. Yeah.
I mean, some of
Yeah,
them are more closely related than others. But,
sure. Yeah. Wow.
hmm. Well, I am curious how this is going to go, but I gotta start here of some grass
Okay.
poking
See.
through snow, but it's hard to know how to make it look like it's snow now.
Oh.
More than just the absence of grass.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen here.
Are you using a pen?
I'm using markers. That's kind of my low pressure
Oh.
way of doing art
Oh.
here,
Yes.
because I do occasionally you know paint and stuff, but I
Yeah.
always end up putting a lot of pressure on myself when I paint
Yeah.
because it's not something I do very often.
Ah. Yeah. Yes.
And also paint is expensive,
Yes, it is.
so I I don't know. I try to save, not waste it and such.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Mm.
No. Yeah. Gosh.
What are you painting?
Sorry. I'm working on the Sammy painting, Sami painting, because we're having a student juried exhibition and I want to submit some work. This is one. So this is the actual size. And then I had it made into cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. And then I think the other one that you guys know, and actually about the paint saving, I feel like I am really frugal with paint too, but I'm better at using it now. But still, like I used to save it. Then it would dry up. Oh, I don't know if you can.
Wow, this is a really a very kind of festive scene in that, like, there's a lot of people there together.
Oh.
Isn't it so weird? Like, it's turned around the opposite way.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you guys remember Western Cider in Missoula?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, before COVID, they started having these wassail parties, and everyone would dress up like earth spirits. It was so fun. And then they stopped, and I hope they do it again. So, yeah, I'm submitting that one also to the exhibit. So I've been working on these two. Are there fun things that you like doing in the winter there?
Mostly I like going on walks and looking at footprints.
Oh,
I like looking at animal tracks. That's one of my favorite winter activities.
wow, that's so fun.
Yeah.
Edward Degas. Oh, cool. It does. Yeah. With like the people, yeah, their gestures and stuff. Drinking and yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what to do with mine.
You can add animal tracks in the snow.
Oh,
Dan.
that's actually a wonderful idea. Let me see if I can do that. I like it. I like it. One of the things about animal tracks, though, is they're very subtle. And marker is hard to make very subtle.
It is. Yes. Yes. Wow. Can I comment? Do I write? Oh, I just chat. I see. I'll just say, thank you, Amy.
I'm not sure if it's going to get to Amy or not. It might be in the private chat, but I don't totally know what it's like. You can also just say thanks. Amy's watching.
Oh, thank.
Yeah, that went into the private chat.
Oh, okay.
Ah, we have another person.
Wow.
Hello, Garbanzo. How are you?
How's it going?
Very good. Very good. How about you?
I'm pretty good. I just got out of class. Figured I'd stop in.
Yeah. We're doing some art.
What are you doing?
Well, at the moment, here, let me work on this a tiny bit more before I show it to you. Because for everyone else, they've already seen this.
How many people are watching?
You made me promise not to tell you the answer to that, so I'm not going to. Also, Amy sent little hearts. Nicole.
Oh.
Hi, Amy.
Nicole is working on painting of the Sami people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Of northern.
Can you tell me something about them?
Sure. Like
Oh, that's great.
So I was telling Dan, they're like found in northern Scandinavia and northern Russia, and the Kola Peninsula, I think it's called, and then yeah. So I tried to I did a lot of research so I could get the way they dressed right, like correct, and then I'm gonna turn this down, and then sorry, I can't.
It's so hard. We understand.
It's a struggle. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a struggle. We all know the struggle.
Yeah. And then the teepee is, they make them out of moss and like wooden beams, and it's like an A-frame. And then I was telling Dan that they're so they've been herding reindeer for thousands of years, and their culture is shamanic, and they have reindeer shaman, and the fire keepers are women. And yeah, in most Native American traditions, the fire keepers are men, but so the Sami are indigenous, like they've been there for thousands of years, and their fire keepers are women. So yeah.
It's very interesting. Are they in any way related? I don't remember where it comes from, but the tradition of Santa Claus, like coming and delivering Amanita muscaria mushrooms through the top of houses, was that in that area?
Probably. I think so. That sounds, yeah. I think so.
Stuff. How did you get into this kind of stuff?
Oh. Gosh. Like
Hi, Matt.
15
Hello.
Sorry to interrupt.
Hi, can you hear me?
You're a little quiet, but yes, I can hear you.
Oh,
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
yes. Yeah. Oh, so like 15 years ago, one of my friends, he later became my husband. He like got really sick, and he found this book called Plant Spirit Medicine, and it's all about like plant medicine and shamanism. And so we started, I don't know, he was already on a shamanic path, and so that's how I got into it more deeply. But like we had read the same books, like this man, Dr. Richard Schulte, he was like an ethnobotanist at Harvard, and he's really famous. And like two of his students kind of also like followed in his footsteps. Like one, there's a book called The Shaman's Apprentice. He apprenticed somewhere, I can't remember which South American country, but and then another of his students, Wade Davis, who's pretty famous, he wrote, oh gosh,
Those are all pretty famous people in that.
oh yeah, and Wade Davis's book was about the Serpent and the Rainbow, which is about Haitian voodooism, I think. Like, and so really interesting. Yeah, and so, but also I was telling Dan, like all these cultures, like the shamanic cultures, like they all mix, like, you know, mysticism and reality, and like kind of a magical element and spirituality. Like it's all interconnected, and so it's so layered and so interesting. And so, yeah, that's how I got into it. And then I love like the North. I mean, I love anything wintry. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Definitely.
We seem like kindred spirits in all of those ways.
Oh.
I'm glad that we have you on a wintry episode. That's really nice.
A wintry episode?
Yeah, I mean, outside of my window, it's very snowy. I don't think I can show you because I think it's too dark.
Unfortunately, it is not snowy here.
I guess you're not.
Unfortunately, it's not snowy here.
Where are you, Nicole?
I'm in Missoula, Montana. Where are all of you?
I'm in Portland, Oregon.
Oh,
I'm in California.
wow. Wow. And where's
We're
Amy?
on the western half of the country.
Yeah.
Amy is in Chicago.
Ooh. Wow.
I lived in Missoula, Montana.
Sorry?
I lived in Missoula, Montana.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we all did.
You all did?
It's true.
Wow.
For
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, we probably
Collectively have close to 10, probably.
Wow. Did you all live here at the same time?
Mhm.
In different times.
Wow.
The three of us.
We all lived here at the same time. We lived there at the same time.
But
Yeah.
but also at different times.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
Huh.
it's true.
Who was the first? It was you two, right? Did you move in the same wave to Missoula?
I moved first, but I feel like maybe Nicole moved before me.
How long have you lived there?
Yeah. How long?
I think I've lived here for 6.5 years.
Oh, never
Cool.
mind.
Where did you move from?
I was the first
You were the first, Dan.
of this
I
group.
I moved from Southern California, from Long Beach.
That's really close to where I live.
Texas.
I live in LA.
Wow. You live in LA. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why did you move there?
My aunt and uncle moved here like 25 years ago, and they moved my grandmother next door to them. And so she passed away like 3 years ago, but she was old. She was like 92. But I got to see her, and I missed winter. I really missed having 4 seasons. I missed autumn and I missed winter. Yeah.
How long did you live in Southern California?
3 years in Long Beach, 2 years in Redondo.
My
Yeah.
83-year-old grandfather lives in Missoula right now.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Yeah.
When did he move there?
A few years ago. He thinks it's Cuba because he's dementia. He went back in time and he thinks he's in Cuba. And
Wow.
he just sees
Why did he
snow
move
and
there?
is like, hey, it snows all the time in Cuba. Whatever.
Why did he move there?
No. It just made sense.
Did he move there by himself?
No, my uncle lives with him, and my aunt also lives in Missoula. She's a teacher.
Wow.
Did they live there before?
I think my aunt moved there before I did, in like 2000, like whenever An
Okay.
Inconvenient Truth came out.
Wait,
So
but
that's why he moved there, because
you mean
family members.
I don't
live
think he
there.
would understand what this is at all,
maybe.
and he would only speak Spanish. But it
I can
might
speak
be
a little
okay to
bit.
have him on here.
Would he like it?
Dan.
No, it's tough to say. He'll pretend to like it.
Mm,
He'd pretend to have a good time, but he wouldn't know what was going on.
Dan. Did you add
I can't
footprints?
see that, man.
I can't tell what that is. It just looks like a blob.
It's like stained paper. I can't see.
It's grass growing through snow.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, you gotta move the paper back a little bit. If you move it
The
back.
compression is just really bad on my screen for just you.
It's
Hot.
too bad.
see
I
your
think maybe
nose
my connection
better than I
isn't
see
that good.
the drawing. Like, I see your face better than the drawing.
That's really weird. Well, I guess I'm being too subtle.
Could be the lighting.
Am I supposed to be drawing something right now?
If you want,
Supposed to be.
if you'd like to, you could draw something whimsical.
That's it. It's whimsical.
Yeah, a little whimsical art is what we're doing.
Hey,
tonight.
Nicole, will you show what you're working on now?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Oh, sure. So I'm fixing a couple things. There's at the university here. Well, you guys know it at UM. There's a juried student exhibition, and so
It's frustrating. It's
you
okay.
cannot. So, can you see anything?
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it looks
There.
like it reminds me of a few different things.
It's cool.
Oh, if you guys remember Western Cider, they used
I don't.
to do
What
this.
is that?
Oh, it's a cider
Yeah.
place here.
Yeah, I think it
Really?
opened after you left.
Is it
Yeah.
alcoholic
Yes.
cider or apple cider?
Alcoholic. It's really good.
Both of those.
Is
It's
it?
alcoholic
There's-
apple.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
alcoholic.
so many places- It's changed so
Yeah.
much in a small amount of time since
It
I've
has.
left there. It's
And
crazy.
this is a festival they started having and they stopped because of COVID. But like,
Oh, is that why it says wassail?
yes. So everyone dressed up like nature spirits, and this is actually what they looked like.
That's
Like I took,
fun.
What
photos.
street is that on?
yeah,
It was
they're
on Broadway.
so creative. Yes, right off of Broadway by Imagination Brewery. They're right next door.
Oh, okay.
Where's
I know
that?
exactly where that is.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is.
It was one of the newer ones. I think they opened right after you left.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
It's
What's
near
it
the
near?
Plaza. Yeah.
It was down Broadway, like next to the river.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
could look at the river.
Yeah.
Good beer.
Mhm.
It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, the Pomerella Center.
Missoula's an interesting place.
Yeah.
It would be a good place to retire for me,
That's my goal.
except for the winter.
I love the winter.
Yes.
I don't
The
like
longer
winter.
the winter, the better.
Actually, one of the reasons why I was asking how long you lived in Southern California was
Mhm.
I was kind of wondering if I would miss winter. But did you like winter before? Because I hate
Yes.
winter.
Oh, I liked
I
it before.
sincerely, deeply hate winter. So
I love
if
it.
it was
But-
like 1 month, then it would be fine. But it's terrible.
oh,
It makes the ground not as hard, so you can fall down and it doesn't hurt.
Even now, I am dealing with seasonal affective disorder, even in California. So
oh wow. You know, I don't take this the wrong way, but I made a bumper sticker, or I wanted to make one when I left because I was so tired of living there. And it's no season, like no seasons, no parking, no thank you.
okay, definitely agree on the parking. But I was actually thinking about this the other day, and I think that there are seasons here. They're just different. Yeah, there are. Mhm.
There are different.
Right now,
Okay,
we're in.
There are.
The
It's
seasons
colder.
are way different even in Missoula compared to the East Coast. Like they were much more clearly defined on the East Coast growing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a much shorter, hotter, fiery summer in Missoula than
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
lot like Iowa
Mhm.
or Illinois, but I don't know if the winters are more intense than the Midwest
Mm.
where I'm from. It seemed like it was more mild.
well, Missoula is in
Well,
the
yeah,
valleys.
Missoula gets the like shielding of the
Yeah,
mountains
I
around
know.
it.
Yeah.
I know everywhere else in Montana it's really cold.
Yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
I
yeah.
thought about retiring near Polson, like by Flathead Lake area. I think it
Oh
would be.
wow.
You just have to get away from the racist folks and just have a cabin in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
really pretty. Yeah.
Missoula is great though. I miss Missoula a little bit.
Actually though, I don't like the summers here. It's so dry and hot and we get tons of smoke.
Yeah.
That
Very
is the thing that I really didn't like. But is it always really smoky? Because it wasn't always really smoky when I was there.
Varied year to
sometimes.
year when I was there.
No, this year was the worst. This past year. It was
Wow, that's saying something because I
I remember having to wear
experienced
a mask
some
inside.
pretty bad.
Yeah, I
ones.
remember wearing the mask too. Yeah, before. Yeah. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah,
Wait.
that's actually a really good reason not to move to Montana, especially when you're retired.
I mean, but you live in California, and I live in Portland. Like our fires were insane in 2020. It was so
Oh
bad.
no.
Kind of
I
just
didn't
all-
live here at that year, so
No, you haven't experienced it yet. But I think it's
no,
just everywhere on the West Coast, unfortunately.
that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, right. Don't you think we should be doing something about that?
Yeah, I think we should definitely.
Like, there's so many things that we could be doing that we're not. It's
Like
insane.
what?
Prescribed burning, like burning certain areas so that the whole thing doesn't go up. They did it in New Jersey all the time, and it really helped because it like
Really?
I lived in the Pine Barrens, and it was basically like a different kind of rainforest. It was short trees, but they did control burning like the size of a football field regularly, and it stopped the whole thing from burning down because there would be gaps in between. It really helped. Native Americans did that too, from what I understand, in the
Oh
West.
yeah, that's right.
You think it would be
Yeah.
possible to do that in California with all the drought?
The trout?
The
Oh, the drought.
Not the magical thing, but the scarcity of water.
This has been the rainiest winter in LA for like a decade or more.
I heard about that.
It's
What's it
actually
like?
been like the rainiest place I've ever lived, or at least it was. It's kind of stopped raining, and I hope it starts again.
How does the water accumulate there when it rains? Because they don't have do they have the infrastructure for it when it rains a
I
lot?
haven't noticed any issues, but when it's raining, I also don't really go anywhere. So
You
The
don't walk
weather
in
is my food.
the weather. What's the Portland weather like?
It's been sunny lately. It's been pretty nice. It
Oh,
like
that's
hits like the 40s during the day and the 30s at night, and
let's.
maybe the 50s during the day. But it's been relatively sunny-ish. But we're coming off the rainy season where it rained for like 2 months, like just rained. It's dark. You gotta like watch in puddles and ripples. It can get hard. I miss the snow. I really wish we got more snow, but this area doesn't know how to handle it. So that's an issue.
Oh,
Like they don't salt the roads at all
wow.
or anything like that. But it
Wow.
leads to there being a lot of really cool old cars on the road because like they don't get rusted out.
Oh yeah, salt
You see a bunch
destroyed
of
my.
weird old cars. It's like a whole
Caused-
culture.
Amy asked, "What do you all want to do when you retire?"
Are we going to be able to retire? Is there going to be a society?
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about wants here. We're not talking about.
Well, I want.
I want to live in the forest and paint, make music, go fishing.
I don't really know if I want to retire.
I would like to retire from actual work.
Well, yeah. I'm hoping to be able to do that a lot sooner than retirement age.
Good
Well,
for you.
You could retire.
I don't really want to retire though. I just want to like work on my creative projects and stuff.
I also would like to just be in the forest. And I mean, painting, like doing creative stuff sounds nice, but I also just want to like walk around the forest all the time and really get to know it very, very well. That's my big excitement.
You mean you didn't, Dan, you didn't do that when you were here?
I did a little.
I think we did a fair amount of it.
Yeah, but like, it just, I mean, I'd like a place where like I can go to the same place and I don't have to go anywhere to get there. I just open my door and spend time.
That would be interesting to live in a forest.
I think I would really like it.
Like the family of raccoons that's nearby.
Yeah.
Here, like there's some birds that
you should buy something like you should reforest land that's not forested. People need to do that.
The entire Midwest used to be a giant forest, and they cut it down.
Oak forest.
Yeah.
A really specific kind of oak forest that doesn't hardly exist anymore.
Oak?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in oak savanna. It was a certain kind of like the oak savanna where it's really
I
like
love
open.
learning about different kinds of ecosystems like that. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really interesting.
Really
We're
nice.
all living in totally different ecosystems on this screen here.
Amy says
that's cool.
they would like to be one of those old people that volunteers at a nature center with a gray haired ponytail and a falcon that teaches kids about
Oh, good job, Shelton.
That's awesome.
It looks like there are oak savannas in California and Mexico too. And Oregon and Seattle, or not Seattle, Washington.
I really enjoy this rainforest climate. This that I found myself in. It's pretty good.
I like it conceptually.
You gotta take vitamin D supplements.
What's that?
Vitamin D supplements and
Yeah.
I take very high levels of vitamin D supplements.
Oh, do you use a Happy Light?
I
No.
don't, but I take a lot of vitamin D.
Maybe I
Wait.
should
Oh,
get one.
who's saying that? Who? Wait. I'm so confused.
Saying what?
Who's saying they take a lot of vitamin D? But
Me.
who's saying that? Oh,
I think we both do.
you both. But you
How
don't
much
use a
do you
Happy-
take?
At least 4,000 IUs a day.
That's like, I think, how much I take too. And that's a really high amount.
It's so cheap.
Yeah,
But
well,
why?
you have to be careful.
Offer-
You don't want to take too much vitamin D. It can actually cause damage. But
For your kidneys, I believe. Oh, I'm not
That's
being
right.
wimp-
It is your kidneys. I just looked that up today. Wow. That's a tree in the snow with
Yeah.
the grass.
With
looks
buds on it.
nice.
Wow. And bugs on the tree? Is that what you
Buds.
said? Oh, buds.
What is your definition of whimsy?
Well, I'm working on the whimsy part. So I just started making.
That seems very traditional.
There's some little tracks in the snow, but I'm getting there. I'm getting to the whimsy, the more explicit whimsy.
Explicit whimsy sounds like a thing of some sort. I don't know what it would be.
I'm looking at Fox
Okay,
River
Whitney.
Grove apparently is it has oak savanna. Anyway, I like this ecosystem. I have seen that a little bit in the Midwest where it's like a lot of grass and then there's also like oak trees pretty much.
Like like in the middle of a field?
Kind
deal?
of.
It was
It's
kind of like
the
that.
trees are kind of spread apart. It's not like a dense forest, and then there's a lot of grass in between. It's pretty cool.
Hmm.
I don't know. What's your definition of
to go to the Arctic? I think that would be a great place to spend time, but not to live, not to retire.
So that's what you want to do before you retire?
Oh, I'd love to. Oh my god, yeah.
definitely speaking of the Arctic Circle and before you
What?
die, seeing the Northern Lights
Oh,
is
wow.
high on the list.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them too.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm working on that.
But Max, if you have SAD, if you have SAD, a lot of people here use Happy Lights.
Yeah, I looked
And
into
laughter.
that. What's that?
Oh, and laughter therapy. I don't know.
I do watch a lot of comedies.
Laughter. I bet we could do a laughter yoga session one day on this
Oh, that's a fun idea.
and make it work. Too much pressure right now, but it might be a nice thing to do.
Garbanzo, what is your definition of whimsy?
Whimsy. Ooh.
You asked me, so I'm curious about you. You seem to not think I was heading towards whimsy.
You could have been. You are.
Just not
Whimsy, I
slow.
guess, means fun for the sake of fun.
Mhm.
Not really having a motive.
Mhm. That's a good definition. Mhm.
That's interesting.
I think that whimsical art is fun and creative
Mhm.
Fun and creative.
and like lighthearted.
My definition that I was giving earlier is that whimsy and like whimsical art is like art that brings magic into the everyday.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds whimsical.
Mhm.
It does seem like it isn't like a a more down to earth thing does kind of seem like part of whimsical things.
Yeah, because it's not like whimsical things aren't just like, I don't know, like wild and crazy things, but it's like it's repurposing things to be like more magical and like more fun
I
than
think
they
there's a
normally
lighthearted
would be.
there.
Yeah, there's definitely a
That's
lighthearted.
what I said.
And I feel like so what I've been doing is I've been making the sort of everyday part of it, and then I want to add the like.
I'm interested to see what that looks like.
Me too, because I'm pretty unsure at the moment.
My first thing didn't work out whimsically.
Did you finish it? Let's see it.
It was real quick. It's just a broken bone and going everywhere. So I'm gonna have to,
Yeah.
I don't know if whimsy is the first thing that comes to mind when I see that, but I see where it approaches the idea of whimsy.
it's like a fun broken bone.
Yeah,
Right,
that
yeah,
is
yeah.
really hard to enjoy.
I'm having a weird day.
It's a fun broken bone, though. I like that.
I had to go to the doctor because Leo bit me.
Who's Leo?
A cat that I live with. And I love
Why
him.
did
We
you-
get along so well. But we were playing and he just got out of hand and he bit me. And like it was to the point where I had to go to the doctor and they said if it doesn't get better in 3 days that I'm gonna have to get IV antibiotics.
Oh my
What's wrong with
gosh.
the bite?
He really bit me good.
That's the thing with cats. Cat bites are
Yeah.
serious.
He said
Oh.
80% of cat bites get infected. Is what
Oh
they
my
know.
gosh. Whoa.
And I've been bitten by him a lot. This is the first one that got infected.
Wow.
He's broken skin a lot.
Yeah, he plays rough.
That
When you try to
is-
rub that belly, I don't know.
I would not play with that cat.
I love him very deeply.
I could love him, but from a distance.
I love Leo so much.
Oh.
I'm having trouble imagining what to do with this one, so I'm going to do something else for a moment instead.
My grade school art teacher would frown upon that.
I understand. I
You gotta give up.
only even like, I'm not giving up. I'm just doing something else quickly to get my creative juices flowing.
That's not a bad idea.
Are you doing any whimsical art, Max?
No, I don't feel like drawing.
Oh, okay. You do not. I wouldn't say all of your art is whimsical, Max.
What's that? I'm having trouble understanding you because you're breaking up.
I wouldn't say all of your art is whimsical, Max, but you do definitely go into whimsy territory.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true. Maybe I'll show some of my previous art.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Oh, this seems whimsical.
That is
Yeah.
I really like that.
yes.
Wait,
That's
can
so
you put that?
cute.
Can you put that back up? I really like the flower, smiling little flower guy.
The what?
The smiling little flower guy. It's like a dress. Like the
Yeah, I
flower
like
petals
that
on a
one
dress.
too. The
Yeah,
tutu.
that's the thing that I thought was whimsical.
Yeah,
I like that.
the spiky thing a little less whimsical.
but it does have pink petals, which is kind of whimsical. What about these ghosts? Do you think these are whimsical?
Those are whimsical.
I don't know. They're a little too seductive.
What's that, Dan?
They're a little too seductive.
Seductive?
It's the
Because
early
they're
fairies.
half open eyes?
It's the spirals on the head.
What spirals? There's just one person with spirals.
There's
Thanks, Amy. I
Three people
appreciate
with
that.
spirals.
What? Oh, okay. I see 2. I guess there are 3. Why are the spirals on their heads seductive?
Isn't that what you're looking for?
Oh, and here's where I morphed from ghosts to just some different things and ghosts.
Oh, that one looks so sad.
Which one?
The one in the top right corner.
Oh, no, that's just tired.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, I like that one with the big nose on the far right.
Oh, thanks.
The beige one.
Yeah, you know what? This is the colors are totally off of this. It's actually green. For some
Oh.
reason, Dan and I have discovered this. These markers show up totally wrong
Oh,
on camera. It's really
Oh.
weird. Oh yeah, and then I started
It's
drawing
snowman
people.
being attacked by a dog.
people. Wow.
I feel like maybe we've seen some of those people.
What's that?
We've seen people very similar to those ones.
I think I must have shown you them. I must have been drawing these on stream one time.
Yeah, because I remember the Hey Arnold one.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be Hey Arnold, but it
I know,
does
it just
look
looks, it just kind of looks like it.
That's cool how you make the nose into the eyebrows and a crease in the forehead. All in
Oh,
like
thanks.
2 gestures.
I was exploring that. Yeah, it's fun to draw weird looking people. I enjoy it a lot.
I am having fun doing it right now.
Oh. I look forward to seeing it.
Oh gosh. Guys, I think I have to
Hey,
go.
Dan,
oh, go ahead.
hey, Hot, will you put Garbanzo's art
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
middle?
Oh,
Sorry.
It's a really quick one that I was just doing, but
wow.
pretty whimsical. That poor snowman is being attacked.
That dog looks angry.
Is that a snowman or an ant?
That's a snowman wearing a coconut bra, and his eyes are popping out.
Oh, I thought they were antennas.
And it's gonna be
Oh
eaten.
my gosh. Wow. This
Um,
is so fun. Are you guys always here?
On Thursdays, usually
Amy?
like almost every Thursday.
yeah, Garbanzo and Max are regulars for coming. Yeah, not every episode is an art episode. Sometimes we have other stuff that we do.
Yay.
But you are always welcome back. It was really lovely to have you.
That was so fun.
Is
Yeah.
there anything that you'd like to promote before you go? I know I posted your things when I promoted this episode.
Oh, not right now, but I could show. Well, I switched from watercolor to gouache, and I just wanted to show. Dan was asking earlier.
Gouache is awesome.
It is awesome, isn't it? And like, so I was like telling him, like, okay, so this is like, right, like these are watercolor, and they're like really, transparent. And then I used gouache. Oops. And it's like, well, can you?
That looks cool.
That's a really cool painting.
That is. That's great.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Thanks. Is it
I
whimsical?
I can see what you mean. Yes,
Yeah.
it does look whimsical to me.
Okay.
And the colors are much deeper.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
yeah.
those
Thank you, Amy. Thanks, Amy. Maybe I'll see you
Feel
next time.
better, Amy.
Yeah, it would be cool
Yeah.
for you to join again.
Yeah. Wow. Wait. Oh, yeah. Did you say you have used gouache before? You guys have used gouache. Oh,
Me?
okay. Any?
I would like to.
And Amy, gouache is awesome. It's so fun to say a whimsical word.
It's fun to go from watercolor and then add gouache on top of that, and then acrylic on top of that.
Oh, wow.
Build it up like those three.
Oh,
I've
wow.
never
Oh gosh.
done that.
Me either.
But yeah, that seems like it could be good because you could use the watercolor for more translucent things.
And the acrylic really stands out on top of it, and it
Mm-hmm.
the drying time and everything makes sense.
Mhm.
Oil is so tough.
Yeah, I've never used oil paint that I can think of.
It's not worth it to me. But I get it. I get it.
Wait, can you see my cat? Can you see my
No.
cat?
Oh yeah. What's your cat's name?
Oh wow.
Oh, that's Clover. He's
Oh,
sitting on the
Clover.
paper. He likes sitting on the paper cutter. That's Clover.
Clover is a
Hi,
whimsical name
Clover.
for a cat.
It is.
Clover is awesome.
Oh,
How old is Clover?
he just turned 2. He's a little older than Otter. Yeah. Are we all cat people? Do you guys all have cats? Really?
I love cats and dogs.
Oh, me too. I only have a cat.
Yeah, I don't have any
I love
pets. I
all the
wish.
I would need to take a year off of my life to raise a dog. I think it would be a different deal.
Maybe when you retire. Oh.
That's what I was thinking. I'd like to get a pet before I retire. Though.
I can raise a dog. Just
Then send it out into the world.
send it out of the world. Just a really well-adjusted dog.
I'm gonna show you this picture, and then you can go, because I know that you do have to get going.
Can you
see it?
light it somehow?
Please try.
Clover.
I only see 2 orange spots.
Yeah, that's all I'm seeing too, but I can tell
That's
there's
too bad.
more. Oh, it looks like a guy was leaning back.
Yeah.
This.
Oh.
I saw it for a second.
I kind of.
Oh,
wait.
wow.
Wait. Can you bring it closer to the camera, maybe?
Oh, don't move it.
Whoa.
Oh, there it is. That
Is
is
it a
what
frog? Oh. Wow.
it just came into focus.
Yeah.
Is that a soul patch?
That's a mouth.
It's his mouth.
Oh, I thought he had a soul patch.
A
on
salt?
his chin.
A soul
Whoa.
patch.
Is that what that's called? Like just the beard here? Like,
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. A salt.
I really.
oh, wait! It all just came into. Oh, I
Is
was
that a
seeing the
frog?
top of the head as the mouth. Oh, it was
You
all.
were
backwards.
seeing what?
It was all backwards. I saw it totally reversed.
Okay, this and
Man. Jimmy Pesto.
Jimmy Pesto from Bob's Burgers. What about Jimmy
it
Pesto?
That's his ear and his head hair.
it's a
like-
silly one. It's a silly one.
It's whimsical.
I don't know if I'd exactly call it whimsical.
I
Is there a
wasn't
difference
gonna say anything, but I
whimsical?
agree. I don't think it's whimsical yet.
I think if you put a party hat on his head,
That would be whimsical. I agree.
Great. I will definitely do that.
That's a great idea.
Thank you so much for being here, Nicole.
Yeah, nice to meet you,
Yeah.
Nicole. I really like
you.
your art.
We would
Thank
try
you.
to keep you here as
Yeah.
long as possible, and
No.
I know you can't do that.
Yeah. Thank you. This was so fun. It was nice meeting all of you. I love you
Thanks.
guys. Okay. Thanks, Dan. Thank you so much. Okay. We'll talk later.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Bye, Amy. Bye.
All right.
Adam,
Amy says,
Yes, put a banana in the hands or a banana hat.
bananas are pretty whimsical. I really like the party hat idea though because it's so subtle, and but it really makes sense.
You don't know what's going on underneath because you only see half of the person.
Maybe there's a banana underneath the party hat,
you also don't know what's going on above.
Yeah.
or to the left or right.
I mean, bananas could be involved. They could just have bananas enclosing them.
Yeah, there
That's
are
fair.
tons of bananas off screen or off.
I'm
camera.
going to consider
fresh.
that possibility also of adding lots of bananas.
That smell would be a lot to handle. I don't know.
Would it though?
I'm not fond of the banana rotten smell, like rotting banana smell.
What
but
about
Why are they rotting?
Yeah, they don't need to be rotten.
Nobody said anything
also
about
just
them being
imagine them rotting.
What?
In various grades of rotting. Like maybe you have some green ones, maybe you have some brown ones, and everywhere in between.
So you mean like ripe?
Oh yeah, like overripe bananas, but then not quite ripe bananas. I guess it doesn't matter at all.
Thank you for this. I love hearing what people used to refer to weed as in high school.
I didn't call it anything.
Or in other, when you were younger and it was not a legal thing.
Trees, I think, was most common.
Trees was a good one. Jazz records was a common one at one point.
That's a funny concept.
Pizza.
Ah, pizza, yeah.
Weed, just weed.
Reading books. I remember
on Twitter, a lot of the time people spell it OUID.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's to like not be searchable, I think. I don't know.
I've never been on Twitter, believe it or not. Like I don't want to take that step. I've gone so long with it that
that's fine. It's good promotion though. Actually, art is pretty popular on Twitter.
Is it like Instagram where you just show images, or
no, it's more text based, but you can show pictures and videos. But I get a lot more attention on Twitter and a lot more interaction because it's a lot more interactive than Instagram. I actually use it a lot more than Instagram for promotion now. Because Instagram, I just feel like I'm wasting my time.
It does feel that way.
Yep, it's painful. I feel like
a party hat.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Purple and yellow. He needs a chin strap party hat.
Yeah.
How is it staying on his head? The whimsy.
The whimsy. I understand why you would say that, that he needs that. But my worry is that me using a chin strap will define where his chin is in an awkward way.
Yeah. That's true. All right, well, I think I'm going to go, like, take a shower and stuff. I've been in school all day. Didn't do anything.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Yes. I love your shirt, by the way. What kind of crazy creature made that shirt? I don't know.
Yeah, let me show it off. Let me show it off.
Bananas idiot made that. There's...
What is it?
Seems like a several years old shirt that was made by a crazy person.
It was made by an artist named Michael Hansen.
Does he have Instagram?
I believe he does. I think Michael George Hansen.
He's
done-
weird.
People should
He's
check
done-
it out.
You got to worry about that guy.
He has done some posters for the show before. They've been pretty great.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I wanted him to make a poster for me
For what did you want him to make a poster?
for a song release promotional image.
That's cool.
I really liked his collages.
I like making them. Oh, I like making collages as well. I don't know if Michael likes making them, but
He makes them pretty often, so I hope so.
it might just be forced. He might just feel really depressed the entire time he's doing it. But sometimes he might be feeling really good.
And why wouldn't he make something else?
I don't know. I don't know this guy.
Yeah, I feel like you're asking Garbanzo questions that he just can't answer.
I'm a raccoon. I don't know this weird dude. I just live in the woods. No, I don't.
Yeah, we already
I'm a domesticated raccoon.
who was recently bitten by a cat.
I have wanted to add raccoons to my game for years, but I never do for some reason. But I want them to live in garbage cans.
Is always my favorite Mario when you get the raccoon tail.
Oh yeah, that's good. I like that game.
Fly a bit.
I've been playing a lot of Super Mario 2 ROM hacks over the past few days.
I wish I had time. I hate it because I like the idea of like video games, but I don't understand how people have the time to play them. I guess it's just because I make myself too busy.
Well, I am a freelancer, so I have a lot more flexible time.
Yeah. I guess like
I think
I
Dan
work
got
and then I'm
frozen.
at school. Yeah.
Yeah, well, working and going to school takes up a lot of time.
Yeah.
So that is kind of hard to add a lot of extra stuff.
It's frustrating, to say the least. I think Dan
Do you
must
go
have
to
like, a connection.
school or work full time?
Both full time.
What?
I do both full time.
That's just a lot of work. I mean, a lot of time taken up.
I work 3 10-hour shifts Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then I take 16 credits on the other 4 days. So I have
How
like
many classes is that?
4. That's a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then you have to do homework.
Yeah. That's a big one.
Now, what kind of homework do you do? Are you doing art homework or some other kind of homework?
Right now it's all prerequisite bullshit. So like the classes I had today, I had my midterm in marketing, and then I'm getting ready for my midterm in public speaking. So I have to prepare a speech.
So are you doing an undergrad again?
Yeah, essentially.
Why?
I'm collecting all the credits that I missed going to art school. So I have to take math and public speaking and all that shit. And
What's your goal?
To get my graphic design associates and then get a job working remotely in graphic design so I could live in a trailer on the Oregon coast. Just work remotely and live in the woods.
I'd like to find a remote graphic design job too. I haven't been able to find one though.
I think it's possible. This
it's definitely possible.
particular community college has a very good job placement rate. So
That's great.
Hoping that I get it. Can just live in the woods and design a few packages or flyers or whatever. And then
Yeah.
the rest of the time.
You can do a lot of that without a degree, unless you don't know how to do graphic design.
I don't. See, I need to learn all the programs again. I last learned Photoshop on CS3, and since then it's climbed quite a few notches.
CS3, wasn't that like 2003 or something?
Yeah, that's how I did that Tope Tarrington book, was all in CS3.
Tope
And-
Tarrington?
Yeah, that kid's book I did way back when.
Oh, yeah.
So that was like in 2008 when I last really learned Photoshop. So it's changed a lot in a decade.
Not
or
really.
more.
They've added a lot of stuff.
It's
but
different. But I haven't gotten into the graphic design stuff yet. I'm just doing the prerequisite shit.
Yeah, an Illustrator and InDesign are a big part of graphic design.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, you could do all your graphic design in Photoshop, but I do usually, like, I touch Illustrator and InDesign fairly often.
Illustrator is good because it's vectors and you can make them huge. Like you can make the design.
Yeah, you can do vectors in Photoshop too.
Oh, I didn't know that. You could do that now?
Mhm.
That's
I'm pretty
cool.
sure you could back then.
You could
but
back then too? I just didn't know how
yeah,
to do
you just make your shapes a path instead of pixels.
it. Ah.
It's
Yeah, it's a
actually
different
quite
deal.
easy.
I'm excited to learn about it. I
But
think it'll make some cool shit. I'm excited about it.
yeah, that's cool. I'm glad
Did you
you're
study
excited
graphic
about it.
design as your major?
Yeah, that was my major. Graphic design and printmaking.
And was it hard to find a job in graphic design? Because that's a little terrifying to me.
Oh yeah, very hard. I've
Oh,
never
God,
found a
no.
job in graphic design.
I was going into it because I thought it would be easier to find a job than with the
Easier,
computer.
yeah. It is easier than like any other art thing, but it's still hard.
Okay.
But other people have had more luck than me, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Okay. I have to play with it.
Yeah, I mean, also your college has a good job placement rate, so that's good.
There's a lot of companies around here too that are like headquartered around here. I know it doesn't matter because I want to work remotely, but
What's
like,
that? You cut out for a second.
oh no, there's a lot of companies around here. Like there's a lot of manufacturing near
That
Portland.
does matter. Especially small businesses. You could
A
go
lot
to
of breweries,
small
a lot of
businesses and say,
coffee roasters. Yeah.
yeah, if you get clients, you can get more clients from references. But that's not a job, that's freelancing, but it's still really good. That's actually what I
why
prefer.
I want to do a thing for you. I can add to my portfolio.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I'm
you
looking
can.
for
That's a
every
really good point.
opportunity I can get to help people out, and if it's doing
Also,
it that I
make
love,
sure you learn web design and development, because having web design and development is actually very important for a graphic designer.
talk about UIX, which I don't know exactly what that is.
UIX.
User experience
Interface.
interface. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that's not as important.
Okay.
But
It is a big thing though now.
yeah, like if you can study that, then that would be great, because any like extra thing you can do that's related to graphic design but augments that is really good. But web is the number one you should focus on, even more than graphic design. Actually, I've had a lot more web design jobs than graphic design jobs, and
Oh no, I'm not interested in that at all, which is a bummer. I need to get interested in it.
web design is just like graphic
bananas!
design. That explains why he's looking up.
That reminds me of what Van Gogh was feeling when he saw the crows over the wheat field. Just
That's what he said he was feeling.
being barraged by bananas.
Yeah, he didn't have a party hat though.
Oh, I thought it was a
He
banana
did not have a
party.
party.
It's a banana party.
Thanks, Amy.
Web design is a lot like user experience design because you're designing a user experience, but you're also designing a graphical interface, which is graphic design.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I'm sure that I'm going to learn about
Well,
it.
you don't really need to know anything about it. You just need to study it.
It's going to happen. Yeah, winter and spring next year. It's going to be my 2023. Learn about
Cool. My school didn't have web design as part of even an option in my graphic design, which was bad. Luckily, I knew a lot of it beforehand because I worked at a website. But
It's a requirement for me.
it was kind of bad. It should be. It's important. Like if you're studying graphic design and your teacher or your school isn't teaching you web design, they're doing you a huge disservice because they're preventing you from getting a lot of jobs.
I'm happy that they are making me do it.
It can be fun too.
I'm a little bit nervous about making this work, but I think I have the design skills to make it work.
That's good.
Like knowing where colors go and how to read things.
Yeah, having an art background is valuable in graphic design.
Let's see this, Dan. Hot.
I didn't add any more. I just am trying to figure out what to do to make this more whimsical.
You could put anything hanging from the limbs and make it whimsical.
Ooh, make it a balloon that traveled thousands of miles and like ran out of helium. So it's just like hanging there.
You could have people celebrating around it. Like Nicole had all of the elf or gnome people holding hands in a circle. That was pretty whimsical.
Oh yeah, Amy brings up a really good point. Your illustration skills are also good and like useful. Like you could be an illustrator if you find the right connections and stuff.
That's originally what I went to school for.
I would love that. I've never been able to get into that field though, unfortunately. My types of illustrations have not been in demand. I've been asked a lot of the time I've been asked to do like Marvel comic type illustrations, and that's nowhere near what I do.
I'm not even interested in doing that kind of thing.
Me neither. I would do it for a paycheck, but I don't have any work like that in my portfolio because there's no way I'm doing it outside of being paid for it.
Like Spider-Man is Spider-Man because it was the easiest thing to draw.
Yeah, I mean, I am impressed by their anatomy in comic books. I think that's an area I'm not that good at, but they're not creative or fun to look at.
I think Alex Ross did a pretty good job of that kind of thing. You know, his work. He's like a comic book illustrator, but he did it like in oils and stuff, and like they're really good paintings, like just as paintings. There's something about it that's cool. It's not my style, but I don't know. Who's your favorite comic artist? I'm curious. I'll look them up and check them out.
I don't have one.
Who's your favorite graphic designer?
I don't have one.
Are there any that you like?
Not specifically. I don't really have a favorite graphic designer. I do collect like good design that I see, but no.
Yeah, they don't get, they're unsung heroes a lot of the time, those folks. Like you see the same label over and
Yeah.
over again. You have no idea who made it, but it's like, wow,
Yeah, that's true.
I appreciate
When I
that.
was in college, we did get like specific designers
I'm gonna look
brought
up
up. But I never really found a specific graphic designer that I wanted to emulate that much.
Milton Glasser got me.
Oh, let me look up Milton Glasser.
He came up with the I Heart New York logo.
Oh.
Other
Oh, you
things.
know, I do like Saul Bass. His logos were really cool.
Oh yeah. But I'm looking up this Type 4 Chicago.
You know what? I looked up Milton Glasser and all I see are pictures of him.
Oh, that's weird.
Isn't that funny?
Not seeing any
Like,
of
I'm
his
not looking for a picture of him.
GLASER.
I put 2 S's.
Oh, it's 1S.
Okay, now I see it. Oh, he did that Bob Dylan poster. Yeah, his stuff is good.
I guess the reason that I know him is like he kind of like helped start my school that I went to.
Which one that you went to?
SVA
Where was that?
in New York. So I
Oh,
think
he started that school? That's cool.
I don't think he started it, but he was like influential in the beginning of it.
Oh, neat. That's cool, Dan. I like that.
Wait, I didn't see. Oh,
It's
but
still there.
that's very It related.
Very it.
No,
The movie
it's
It.
not supposed to be. You know what's funny, Dan? I was thinking a red balloon
Never-
too.
You should
Yeah.
put 99 of them in there.
Well, this is the one that got away.
That's the 1 out of 100. That's the
Yeah.
1% of red balloons.
It feels sad. I guess it is kind of stuck there.
I
maybe-
don't. I
It's
don't.
clinging it to its wealth. Well, the other ones don't have any wealth to cling to.
Where are they?
They've scattered into the ether and they're doing different things.
I do feel like maybe it needs something else.
Flowers.
How do you feel about the color red?
I think that it's too early in the season for flowers in this.
What about crocuses?
Would those be growing through snow?
Evergreen.
Crocuses are flowers that bloom even when it's still snowy. They're very early.
Let me check them out.
They're like the first flower you'll see a year.
Let's do a deep dive into these crocuses. How do you spell crocus?
Crocus.
Oh, I have seen these. Let's.
Oh, that's where saffron comes from.
What?
Saffron comes from crocus. I think it's the pollen or something.
That's a very beautiful shade of yellow.
The ones I'm seeing are purple.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of purples.
Ooh. See, crocuses are really
yeah.
special because they're ephemeral plants. They're very briefly and only once per year. Oh, saffron isn't the pollen, it's like the pistils and stamens. Oh, actually it's the stigma and styles.
I would like to hang out anywhere where these flowers grow. It'd be a
It's
good
really
spot.
early spring and pretty much anywhere. People plant them a lot though.
I've seen them in New Jersey and I've seen them in Montana.
I don't have that kind of purple. I wish I did, because I think that purple would do really nicely in this image.
What color do you have?
I'll try to show you.
Purple is a tricky color.
I have a magenta.
That's true. Magenta would work.
It's okay to be sad. Thanks, Amy.
It sure is.
But also,
Yeah, I'm learning that.
what is everyone's favorite flower?
Lily.
I think my favorite flower is
iris.
Jimsonweed.
Which one?
Jimsonweed. Crocuses are related to irises.
I think I really like magnolias.
Ooh, yeah, those are great.
I love hydrangeas.
Me too. Those are one of my favorite flowers.
It's tough, but like
Man.
irises are like the top. If I see an iris in the
There's
wild,
just so many.
it's pretty. Yeah,
That's
there's
cool.
There's so many beautiful flowers.
Lily of the Valley just for the smell.
Oh, yeah, I love the way it smells and I love where it grows. Like, I feel like Lily of the Valley reminds me of how good life can be.
Yeah, those tiny little white flowers that add up to, it's like a chorus singing at you through your nose. Like, whoa, whoa, my God. You're belting out the Beethoven's Ninth at me, you bastards. Just sitting there on the tree. Good
A
job.
tree? They don't grow on trees.
I don't know. Wherever they grow.
You haven't seen them before? I'm going to show you. They're a cool
I have
plant.
seen them and smelled them a lot. I get my mind mixed up a lot and fold it over on itself. They're little white.
Well, I'm going to share my screen anyway.
Yeah,
we're going to unfold your mind.
Dumplings. Oh.
Yeah, they're like little old dumplings. They grow in clusters.
Dan, will you bring my screen up?
Who?
Exactly. They're like little dumplings.
And they like to grow in partial shade, which is my favorite.
They're so tiny but so fragrant. It's nuts.
Yeah. And they're really poisonous.
What were those flowers behind the by Sentinel that were so strong that we smelled? We spent like hours smelling them. Like actual hours.
Yeah, I definitely believe it.
What were they?
I'm trying to remember.
I'll look up Jimsonweed so you can see it. That's a cool plant. And whenever I see it,
It might have
makes
been
me excited.
I feel like when we were doing that, I was not particularly into naming things. If you know what I mean.
No.
Like I was into the
like
pure.
What's a name, man?
What's a name?
Names are just sounds.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
Labels.
That kind of does hit the kind of what I was saying. We were checking out some trees.
Yeah, those look about right, actually.
Oh yeah, well these are hydrangeas.
Yeah.
I like them when they're bright blue, but I also like how they go between blue and pink.
And white. Roses.
And sometimes they almost have like a green tinge. Which I like a lot.
I didn't know before I moved to Portland that it was the city of roses because I did no research before I moved here. But then was just like baffled by the amount of different roses that I found and how each one of them smelled different and looked different.
Wow,
and
that's cool.
It's so great.
And they're
It's
just in
like a
people's
reason to
yards.
keep living, just to look at these flowers each season. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, I gotta stay alive to see the roses next season. I gotta smell them. See
Amy
them.
says, my favorite flowers are water lilies because they only bloom when an environment is healthy and doing well.
Are lotuses similar?
Oh, that's cool. I think
Are
they might be the
lotuses
same
like
thing.
water lilies?
I think they're the same thing.
Really?
Pretty sure. I think a lotus is like a kind of water lily. Yeah, I just looked up lotus and looked up water lily, and I'm seeing the same thing.
Huh.
Yeah,
I think that they smell really good too.
they do.
Maybe I'm-
It's a holy plant in a lot of religions.
Look at this one. It looks so cool. Oh, one of my favorite flowers that I saw for the first time in person this year is passion flowers. They're really cool.
Oh yeah, they're cool.
Like, look at them. They're so weird looking.
Whoa. That is weird looking.
Imagine you pulled down somebody's pants and
They're-
found that. That'd be a weird
Oh
one.
my God, don't ever say that again. That's horrifying to think of.
I'm sorry, I just had to.
That's great.
Be a weird
You're
one to
ruining these plants for me. I did not know that, but I wouldn't want to pick them. I don't like picking flowers.
find. No,
I like
try
to
leave
appreciate them where they are.
Leave them for other people to be able to see growing.
Yeah, plus they need to be pollinated and reseed and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's just no point in picking a flower because it's like,
What good is it
I don't
going to
know,
do
it
if you
feels
press it in a
disrespectful.
book and then you see it a decade later and it's like, yeah, that's a flower I put in a book.
Okay,
Like,
I'm going to show off my flowers now that we've been talking about flowers.
Okay.
They're very small and subtle. And the color really does
Oh,
not
cool.
it really does not come through at all. They are much more
color
purple.
does not come through at all, but I understand what you're going for.
Yeah. It does make it
Yeah,
look
I think it's just the lighting. It's like really dim and yellow tinted.
yeah.
But I'll
It
imagine
does-
it.
It does make in my viewing of it, it does make the scene look more alive.
Hmm.
It does. And
Maybe
also,
that means you need to put on some kind of like yellow wash of like very diluted watercolor.
that's actually a very
So when
good
it's
idea.
Wait, so
Thank you.
Say that again? You
Like
think
a
I should?
very light yellow wash in the background would balance that purple out. And it might bring the purple out so you could see it more. It might
Yeah,
not. I don't know how to. I don't know how
it's-
it works with the internet.
I don't know if I'm really working with the materials to do a wash.
what is that?
It's a marker.
Can you make it be rubber for us?
Can I make?
Wait, but what is it?
Pencil.
Oh yeah.
It's a pencil?
You didn't get it.
No, I don't know if it's gonna work.
I'll try it with a spoon.
That looks like a marker to me. Is that a marker or a pencil?
Yeah, it is a marker.
Yeah, you can use some markers for that. I do that a lot. You just
No,
get
to
it wet.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get it wet. It's an
You can get a
interesting
lot of really cool art effects by getting markers wet.
Hmm.
That's one of the reasons why I like using markers. Also, getting them dry.
Yeah, I have done a little bit with that with some markers that have just dried out.
Right. And then you can use those markers for texture, but you can also get them wet, and it does cool things.
I love the opportunity to use material in ways that you wouldn't have used them before out of necessity. It comes up a lot.
I think that might be one of my favorite things. That's what I've always wanted to do with music too. Not necessarily out of necessity, though.
Not necessarily, but necessity can lead to some interesting discoveries.
Yeah, very true.
Ideally, it wouldn't be out of necessity, probably.
Maybe I'll try this.
What's happening?
Oh, I just put some water in a cup so that I can
get. Are you crazy?
That's insane. I'm gonna have to leave now.
What the actual fuck? I'm gonna get out of here. I can't.
Oh no!
When you put water in a cup, that was just too much for me.
Yeah, you've gone too far.
It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. I can't take it.
I just want to highlight this comment because I think Amy meant something else, but I really want to talk about the subsets in winter. What subsets can you think of for winter? For the winter time?
Overeating. Or
subset?
Eating more calories than you burn.
How is that a subset?
Yeah, I'm interested.
Wait, I need to look up subset.
So there, you have a set of something.
Yeah.
So like different kinds of snow would be like
part of a larger group.
Like different kinds of slushy snow would be a subset of snow. Kinds of snow.
Yeah.
Different kinds of depression.
Yeah.
But what's the specific subset?
Yeah.
Seasonal depression is a subset of depression.
Well, you can get really sad and have it be sunny out every day. Or you could be really sad about it being cloudy out every day.
Or you could be sad about how there's still
weather depression, weather-based depression.
Also, like, I feel like there's a point that happens, like not weather, but just like endurance-based, like where it's just winter has gotten too long for you.
Did the groundhog say it was going to be more winter?
I don't know.
Last year, the groundhog died the day before.
It happened this year, too.
What?
Yeah, the groundhog
maybe
died.
It was this year then.
I think it was this year that the groundhog died. Right before. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Yeah, so how much snow does that mean?
I mean, who's your favorite Ghostbuster?
Kristen Wiig.
Wow, bold.
Was not expecting that.
Bold choice.
Yeah.
Bold, brash, brave.
You're a pioneer, Max.
Being vulnerable.
Lewis and Clark. You've got that pioneering spirit.
I'm the Lewis and the Clark of Ghostbuster opinions.
Going into uncharted territory.
I think I like the Harold Ramis. He's my man.
Melissa McCarthy's pretty good too.
I didn't see the reboot. Was it good?
Yeah,
I thought it was good. I think people hated it because they didn't like reboots and because of sexism.
I just don't care for rebooting stuff. Make new ideas and do something cool.
I agree with that. I
Like,
do.
It's not a sexist thing. It's just like make something new.
Well,
You could do
I
something
mean, if you
cooler.
don't like
So much
reboots,
cooler to
that's
do
one
something
thing.
new.
But there was a lot of sexism too. But like every Marvel movie is a reboot. Those are popular. So
They're really bad though.
yeah, well, I'm just
In
saying
my-
the same people who
I wouldn't say all of
hated
them are
on
terrible.
I like
the
but-
Doctor
Ghostbusters
Strange.
reboot watch Marvel movies and don't have a problem with it. So
I like the Guardians of the Galaxy ones.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Doctor Strange was really good. Guardians of the Galaxy.
But those are like
The Avengers ones.
those are adaptations less than reboots. Some of them are reboots, but some of them are just adaptations of other like characters and materials and stuff.
How has there not been a Gambit and Storm movie yet?
Because they were
money.
owned by someone else. I mean, there's
Were they really? They were owned by somebody else?
Yeah, they were owned by Fox, I think.
Really?
And they just that recently.
You'd think Fox would want to get in on that.
Well,
Oh wait,
Gambit
Fox is
was
owned
such
by
a good-
Disney
He was
now.
like my favorite.
yeah,
X-Men.
and that's now they can be part of this same like series, like Marvel stuff, but they haven't done anything with X-Men yet. But
Huh.
those X-Men movies, Gambit and Storm were in a movie.
You just broke up. I didn't hear what you said.
Gambit and Storm were in one of those X-Men movies.
No,
I remember Storm
Rogue
being
was
in
in a
one.
lot of them too.
Mm-hmm.
And Nightcrawler even made it in.
Yeah, I actually was Gambit in those at all? I don't remember.
No. I would have remembered a weird Cajun
I don't
guy.
know about Gambit.
I mean, I guess I just have him so clearly in my mind from that like the 90s animated show.
I just loved the idea of his character so much where he touched something and then it gave it too much energy and then it exploded.
Yeah. And he would flick cards at people.
Yeah, I just related to that character so hard that I really want to see a movie about him.
Well, you might. I'm sure
There
they'll
probably will be.
I'm sure
Unless
they're
they make
bringing
like a
back-
9th or 12th Avengers movie. I don't know.
I mean, all that stuff's so complicated now.
I just don't care about it. I don't
know
understand how people care about it.
It's because it's. I mean, I don't totally get how people really care about it, but like, I understand that it's fun. Like it's just fun. Like that's it. Like
Is it?
like
Not for
what do-
me.
Like
Like,
what
how
do
is
you-
it fun?
Like because it's just like ridiculous action with characters that you like.
Yeah, I guess I get that. Who are your favorite superheroes? You two who are here. And Amy, if she is still listening.
Hey, if they are still listening.
I'm sorry about that.
I have always liked Nightcrawler.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
I don't know. I
Who?
like
That's what I would like as my like mutation to be able to do that.
What did you say? Hot?
Nightcrawler. I always liked Nightcrawler. There's something about his like weird mix of where like he can teleport, which is just kind of really cool. He looks kind of weird, and then also was
His
brought up.
history.
Yeah, like the history
He was
and
a
like
priest.
the weird like religiosity that he has, like it's like kind of cool to me.
Yeah, no, he was really interesting as a character. Loved him.
How about you? Favorite superheroes? Go. What do you?
Does it have to be Marvel?
No. That was just the first one I thought of too.
I was between Nightcrawler and Gambit. Those were my two. I was honestly between.
Do you have an opinion about this?
Green Lantern was
Max?
cool, but it's too much power to have.
No, I don't have
I hated Superman.
any superheroes that I like.
I also like Dr. Manhattan.
Doctor Strange was cool.
Doctor Strange Love.
My favorite Stanley Kubrick movie was Strange Love.
I haven't watched that one.
Really? Oh God! Do yourself a favor and watch that movie. It's so good.
I will. I
It's
want to
so
sometime.
good. It's worth watching.
Well, I accidentally got some water on my paper, so it bubbled up a little bit. But I started
What's your favorite Stanley Kubrick movie?
watching 2001.
That's my favorite one now, but I haven't seen all of them. Wait, what are your favorite David Lynch movies?
I feel like I haven't.
Wild at Heart.
Oh, that's a really interesting pick. That is a good movie.
I love that movie so much. Dan,
I actually
it froze
just
when you put your image on or hot it froze.
Okay, I'll put it back. Great power comes great responsibility.
I mean, if I got any of the powers, Spider-Man's would probably be up there. That's a good one.
Mhm.
I just kind of started trying to add a yellow wash.
It still looks really stark to be whimsical.
Too
It's-
stark.
But we don't know if we are seeing it properly
see the
because
yellow.
of the lighting and stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't see the yellow at all.
Yeah, I mean, it's
think
pretty
it-
light.
Might just be the camera.
But also, it's snowy. It's a snowy environment.
But sometimes when you're looking at the snow as it's falling, you see nothing but rainbows.
I've never experienced
I
that
just-
before.
I just don't know if I can get the subtlety of real snow using the markers that I have.
It's a tough one.
Like, because a lot of snow can be done well with blue, but this blue marker makes it way too dark. It looks like navy or something.
I
Yeah, it
hate
looks like a
that.
deep blue.
Dipping it into water could help a lot with that.
I'll try that.
When I took my first color theory class at Pratt, they had
Ooh,
us.
you took a
only
color
use-
theory class? That's really cool.
They only let us use 3 pencils
Oh,
or
I've heard
4
of,
pencils:
yeah, I've heard of doing that.
magenta, yellow, and cadmium blue, and white. You weren't allowed to use black or any other colors, and you can make all of the colors out of that.
I wish I could have taken a color theory class.
Oh, it's so useful if you're into that kind of thing. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's of no way useful.
Well, I mean, I think
Like
as an
they're
artist,
doing that.
color theory is pretty important.
Yeah, I am so interested in it. It's probably one of my favorite things. I'd put that in my top 10 things. Color.
It's a good thing.
Probably in my top 3.
Wow.
Color.
What is it competing with there?
I don't know. Love.
What
Air.
is love?
Water. I mean, what would be your top 3 things
In the world?
that you need?
Need?
No,
we're talking about
not
need.
just the
Can't
world.
have
It could
all
be
of
beyond the world too.
I don't think you could survive with just 3 things.
Well, okay, we're talking. So you're switching into needs now. I feel like we
I guess if you surpass need.
I feel like at first you're talking about your favorite things.
Yeah, you've got water, air, color theory.
you
No,
need
color.
food.
Color.
You need earth. You need.
Yes, color, the fifth element.
Yeah,
How do you know what to eat? I don't know. I guess
by
you
using
don't
your
eat.
sense of smell and taste.
Bye, Amy. Thanks for watching.
Bye, Amy.
It's so nice to
Hope
know
you
that
feel
you
better
were
soon.
there dealing with our nonsense. Thank you for coming.
I do think that maybe it might be about time to wrap up. I feel like this has
I think
gotten
that's a good idea.
whimsical enough.
I think
for
it
the-
looks pretty whimsical. Look at the
It's-
progress I'm making on this.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
wow. Has that been happening this whole time?
No, but I was working on it last time.
Yeah, I remember.
But I made a lot of progress.
Sculpey?
Like, I think it looks a lot better now. What?
Is that Sculpey?
No, it's just
Imperial?
some kind of clay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I just bought it at an art store, but I don't know what brand it is. I picked it based on price.
Thanks, Amy.
Thanks, Amy.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'll see you folks. It was so nice.
Yeah, do you want to wait for to do the outro song, or are you jumping out of here?
Hear an outro song, of course. Why
Cool.
wouldn't I?
Thanks, everyone who ever sees this. Thanks so much to Nicole for coming, Garbanzo, and Max
Nicole was
for being
great.
here.
How did you find Nicole?
We've been friends for quite a while.
She's pretty cool.
Did she ever go to one of your art parties?
Yes.
She seemed familiar, and I think that's why.
Familiar, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that you all overlapped.
I
those
thought
art
she was
parties.
somebody. Yeah, I actually remember her now.
Yeah, so thanks, Nicole. Thanks, Max. Thanks, Garbanzo. Thanks, Amy, for chatting with us. Thanks, anyone else who's watching. Follow us on those social media things and subscribe to the YouTube thing so we can change the thing. I don't know.
What thing?
If we get 50 subscribers to the YouTube page for Hot the Cat, then we can.
Yeah, we discussed that.
Yeah, we were talking about this. That we can change the URL so it isn't just youtube.com/ a bunch of random
Numbers and
letters. And we
So
can
there
make
are
it
a lot
just
of
be Hot the Cat.
us who have the ability to make emails. So
Yeah, if you want, just make a bunch of emails, and
Oh,
that'd be great.
that's actually not a bad
like,
idea.
don't really do that, but do it.
Yeah,
Why
I mean,
not?
do
I was
it,
saying
but
because we're being recorded.
I mean, I don't know if it matters.
Is it
It doesn't make any
illegal to make multiple emails?
I don't know if there's really an issue there.
It's pretty easy to make.
There is a website called 10minutemail.com where it gives you it gives you an email address for 10 minutes.
Well, but we don't just need an email. We need a YouTube account.
Yeah, so you use that email address. Oh, I guess I should explain. It gives you the inbox too. It's not just an email address. You can use it to sign up for something that you think might spam you.
Yeah, I guess I think that wouldn't work because can you make a YouTube account with only that? And that
I'm pretty sure you. Well, why wouldn't you be able to?
I don't know. I figured that it had to be like a Google account.
Oh no.
I don't know about that.
No.
I think
feel
that
like-
you don't have to.
All right. Well, anybody who's watching that wants to make some emails and subscribe to the Hot the Cat YouTube page, that'd be much appreciated.
How many subscribers do you have now?
Oh, I'll check. Great question. Oh, where are you, YouTube? Let's find out. What does YouTube say? We have 5 subscribers,
Oh no, you need to promote that more.
which is not even the amount of people that regularly come on this show.
Who isn't subscribing? Michael, have you subscribed yet?
Who?
I don't think I have.
Garbanzo.
How do I subscribe? This is on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, this is the first that I'm promoting it. So here we are.
This is the first step. We're gonna do it. It's just Hot the Cat on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it exactly. I can put it in the
You
private
don't
chat.
know?
When I type in Hot the Cat, you don't come up.
Yeah, I'm sure. If you do it,
Well,
all
he only
one
has
word,
5 subscribers, so
it's hard to find.
maybe if he had 6 subscribers, he would show up.
It doesn't come up as Hot the Cat Show either. So I don't know how to find you, and I think that might be a problem.
No, it's kind of difficult. You can look up specific names of shows.
I would love to
usually.
show you what came up when I searched Hot the Cat, if I could share my screen.
Yeah, you have to do it somehow. I don't know how you do that.
It's wild.
button.
It's feral cats having sex that came up. That's what came up.
So how do we
Hot
find your
show.
YouTube?
So Hot the Cat came up as just a cat fucking another cat while another cat watched.
I mean,
Which I don't think that's what we want.
Like, how would you recommend people find your YouTube channel to subscribe to it?
let's see. Let me see how quickly.
Like, I don't know how to find it. It becomes a problem.
I guess if they typed
Just
the Hot
type-
Show guinea pigs, maybe
No,
that
no.
would work.
It's so much easier than that. Just type Hot the Cat. Just like that.
How? Wait, let me go back.
What?
Just type it, all one word.
Hot, like
That's
just
what I
type.
did.
Oh.
All one word.
Yes, I did that.
Oh, I
And it-
accidentally typed hot the car.
Did
Yeah,
that
you
come
came
with
up.
Anything?
I don't know. I switched
All
away
right,
really
I
fast.
subscribed.
Also, you might want to edit your homepage because it says you don't have any content for some
I
reason.
have no idea how to do that. I have tried to get that to work and it just does not.
Really? That's so weird.
Yeah. I have
I'm
no
logged in
idea.
under my student
Obnoxious.
email, so it won't let me do it. So I have to do it under my private email. Gonna do it.
All right.
But right now I'm in my PCC account.
Yeah. So,
I just like hanging out with you folks.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I had fun.
Well, that was a hot show. Thank you all for coming down. That was a hot show. Thank you all for sticking around. Hope you had some fun, 'cause now the show is done. So go on, get out of here.